just love this music in the morning, kind of get you going. But anyway, athletes go through spring training to condition their muscles, but our next guest says you should go through spring training just for your life. She's my girl, Donna Richardson Joyner, and she is back. And I'm always like open to her suggestions because she's so gorgeous. Look at this body. At what, 50?
50.
50.
Yes, I used to have the buns of steel, but now I have the buns of ARP.
Girl, I'll take any kind of buns that look like that.
Yeah, I got that AARP card, and I was like, okay, I'm going to embrace it.
Oh,
That's
girl,
good.
when you look like you embrace it. You're beautiful. So let's talk about this because...
But it's all about how you live your life. It's
right.
not just how I look. It's how I feel. It's how positive I am with myself and with other people.
Okay.
So I think we focus too much on the external, and we should focus in on how a person's a good person. Are they doing things that are good for other people?
Exactly, which you do all the time, by the way.
And so do you.
Well, I try. So let's talk about the number one thing that you talk about as far as when you're saying clean up your life for the spring, and you say get rid of those negative thoughts that get in your mind.
You got to release the negative thoughts, the stinking thinking, the negative self-talk, and when you focus on positive words and positive thoughts, that creates positive action. And I have a dad who lives with me.
Papa JR.
Papa JR has dementia,
the cutest, though.
and I have 24-hour nursing with him, and we always have to remind him because he'll go, well, I don't think I can. And I go, no, Papa JR, you have to think that you can, because if you say I can and think it, you will. If you say I can't, you won't.
Exactly.
And we know how powerful it is what we think, because our thoughts govern our actions.
And also your words. You said in the next one is recharge your vocabulary.
With loving words. Sometimes we beat ourselves up just talking to ourselves and thinking bad things about ourselves and thinking of the negative outcome when it can be a positive outcome.
Right.
You know,
so it takes the same energy to say something positive about yourself as it does to say something negative.
But that positive carries so much longer. I think about the movie, remember The Help?
Yes.
And the maid, every day she told the little girl to say, as kind, as smart, as important. Now, grammatically correct. She spoke life. She spoke positive, powerful words.
Right.
And that's what we have to really focus in on.
Right. And next, you talk about your behavior.
Oh, yes.
How you act.
Oh, boy. We really have to work on it.
Ouch.
Some of us more than others.
Right.
But we got to let go. We have to renew our mind and renew our actions by letting go of that past negative behavior.
Right.
And we have to establish and create new habits and new behaviors.
Right.
And I'm going to just be honest, because years ago, when I was young, when I was naive, I got into trouble. First of all, I was hanging out past the time I was supposed to be home, and I was in the wrong neighborhood, and I was driving, and the car cut in front of me, and I gave them the finger.
Ooh.
Oh, well, like I'm the only one.
No, I was going to say, we've all done some kind of
bad girl, go ahead.
We've all done some pretty embarrassing stuff.
You know, I gave them a finger, and then they pulled in front of me,
Right.
and it was a stop sign, and then these girls got out, and they were coming to the car. Oh, my God. I was getting ready to get a butt whip.
Right, exactly.
So I backed down the street, and I turned down the side street, and I was safe. But ever since then, I remember, you cannot do that. You've got to think of something positive. So now, everybody, I don't give the finger anymore. I blow kisses. I pull up to the side of the car, and I blow kisses now.
I always tell them, I'm like, bless you.
Yes.
Like, just bless you.
Yes.
And keep going. And my kids are going, Mom, you need to toughen up. That was off. I was like, no, it's not worth the fight.
Because just yesterday, I saw these two cars. They were screaming at each other and giving each other the finger. And for about 2 minutes, you allowed someone else that power over you, that negative energy.
Now, speaking of that power over you, you talk about number 4, which is get rid of the negative people in your life.
Oh,
because they have too much power over you.
That's a good one, and sometimes people are just not for you. They're not positive. They're not having that good energy around you. So you got to let them go. And the biggest haters, Pat, let's be real, the biggest haters are in your home, under your sheets, at work, at church.
Under your sheets?
Yes, they are. So you got to let it go.
Right.
And I think what we have to focus in is having people around us that uplift us, that inspire us, that elevate us. And when they don't, they zap you. It's like being around a dead person.
Okay,
they take all your energy away.
Okay, but you know, most times we can decide who we want to be around with, right?
Right.
But what about if it's in your home, or what about if it's at work?
Okay, so
even though I have the most amazing co-host.
We're not going to talk about the people we love at work, but there are some that you may not love as much. So you can love them from afar. You don't spend as much time with them.
Okay.
And a lot of times, like I had a friend, she was so negative, she drained me. I would come off a conversation with her and go, God, I'm wiped out.
Right.
So I just didn't spend as much time with her. And as things, you know, began to change in her life, we spend a lot of time. I love her. I treasure her now. But here's what I want you to remember.
Okay.
Think of people in your life like buttons on an elevator.
Okay.
They either take you up or they take you down. And if they take you down, they don't need to be around.
Oh, I love that. Did y'all hear that? If they take you down, they do not need to be around. I love that. Donna, come back again.
I want to come back. I love you guys.
I love you always. You know, personally, you pump me up, and I love that you're here to be able to do the same thing for our audience. You can get more information from Donna by visiting her website, and it is amazing. Go to DonnaRichardson.com. She also has a great new book out. Check that out as well.